Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Going on Daily Live. I'm your host, Becky, here with Miss Sharon, Canadian.
Good morning.
Is this our first all Canadian show? No, Darcy and I did one.
So.
But
It
yours
should
and
have
mine.
been called Canadian Invasion instead of Can't Touch This.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Ron. That's okay. No big deal. So yeah, I'm in Edmonton. Sharon's in Winnipeg. If you are familiar with Canada, that is nowhere near each other. We're in different time zones, and yet we're brought together by screen today. So excited to do the show with you. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but every show that I'm on, I try to do with this day in history because I've got this cool little calendar from Dollarama.
Very cool.
And it's actually pretty awesome. For the $4 it cost me, it's pretty awesome. So on this day in 1957, the popular music and variety show American Bandstand starts airing on ABC. Now it says that the show went from 52 to 89, so it obviously made a new home in 1957. Unless there was a typo. I don't know about that. But American Bandstand, that's a cool show.
Oh, very cool. Holy.
Yeah.
An icon of a show for sure.
Yes, definitely. Now we've got a really good show today. Speaking of icons of shows going on daily, we've got a really great show today. You are talking about Kenny the Gentleman, which is funny because we've got a Kenny who is on our show here today. We thought maybe it was him. We're talking Kenny is a gentleman. He's a darling.
Kenny is a gentleman. Yes. Is he a pilot? Maybe he's related.
Maybe. I didn't look it up. So when people put their topics in, I never look it up because I want to be surprised, including my own. Like I find a topic and then I don't do the research until I'm right into the show. So for example, this little guy right here is called a hammerhead bat.
Love it.
Doing a little segment, fun facts on him. I don't know anything about him because I haven't read it yet.
Oh, very cool.
Like I want to be surprised with everyone else. You know?
I like it. Keep the mystery. Keep the mystery alive.
Exactly. We're also talking celebrity deaths, which is, morbid as always. Classic Becky. So anyways, why don't we dive into it today? Let's talk about Kenneth, the gentleman bandit.
All right. Well, only a Canadian could be called a gentleman when they're a bank robber, right?
He's like, sorry, so sorry. Give me your money, sorry.
Just please give me your money, please.
I'm sorry, I have to do this, eh? Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so once upon a time, 1966, I'm just setting the stage for you. This guy, Kenneth Leishman, he's a smooth-talking, crime-loving Air Canada cosplay enthusiast, and he pulled off the biggest gold heist in Canadian history.
Cosplay enthusiast, I love it.
So they stole nearly $400,000 in gold bullion. And in 1966 money, that's retirement.
Millions.
Millions
of today's money.
Yeah, and today you'd be lucky to buy a 2-bedroom condo in Vancouver.
Oh, you wouldn't. Not for $400,000. No.
So Ken was a pilot, and he flew in and out of Winnipeg National Airport because he lived in Winnipeg. And so he'd been planning this heist for 4 years.
Wow.
Now, he and his crew, so he knew that this gold bullion came in on a plane. It was transferred to a larger plane and flown out to Toronto. So he knew the structure. He knew who was there. He had all the deeds. So he and his crew stole an Air Canada cargo van. They sewed themselves some homemade Air Canada overalls, very Etsy, criminally chic. He was way ahead of his time.
Yeah, right.
And so they casually rolled up onto Winnipeg tarmac in their stolen van and their homemade overalls. And they walked in like they worked there. They met the plane on the tarmac and said, you know what, we'll take your gold. We're going to transport it to the larger plane. The people on the plane said, sure. And they loaded up the gold.
Oh, my word.
Air Canada cargo van. But this is 1966, though. So there wasn't a lot of safety measures in place. Nobody even questioned it. They were just like, here you go, eh?
Here you go. Okay, yeah, we trust you. Okay,
absolutely. But then Mother Nature said, no, not today, Kenny. So 2 days later, Kenny had already piloted his own plane. He was off to BC. He was scouting around for locations to hide the loot or invest in land. I don't know what he was doing out there, but he went to BC. His cronies, his associates, stayed back in Winnipeg. But then the infamous blizzard hit. They were supposed to drive the van from Winnipeg to BC and meet him there.
Wow.
And then the blizzard of 66 hit. It snowed for 20 hours straight. Their winds were gusting up to 113 kilometers an hour, which is 70 miles an hour for those of you on the imperial system. Sorry, Ron, had to bring up the imperial metric.
Yeah, because the imperial system is so stupid. It doesn't even make any sense.
It makes no sense. But in its wake, the snowstorm left 12 feet of snow. So literally, the city was buried. It was crazy. There was you couldn't see houses because the snow.
This is the city of Winnipeg was buried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't see houses because the snowbanks were that high. It was crazy.
Wow.
So the gang's getaway van got snowed in. And
oh no,
the police, so easy pickings for the police, right? We're like, all we have to do is find this van that's an ice cube somewhere, and they did. Right. They found it, and it didn't take long. But his accomplices gave him up. Said, "Oh no,
of course they did.
He's in BC." So can you just imagine the police officer? Okay, where's Kenny? Do you guys have hot coffee? Does the police station have heat? We will tell you anything you want to know because they're literally freezing in a snowbank.
And I'm also thinking, like in 1966, telling you that he's 3 provinces over. Like Canada's huge. 3 provinces over is like being in a different world.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, especially compared to central Canada to one of the coastal regions, it is completely like a different world.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing tests a criminal alliance like frostbite, panic, and a March blizzard in Winnipeg.
Like making a deal to not go to jail for as long. That'll give up your friend big time.
So he was very unlucky in getting caught because he always got caught because he used to fly from Winnipeg to Toronto. So he would fly to Toronto, land his plane, go rob a bank, get on his plane, fly back home. So this is what he was practicing on for 4 years prior to doing this big heist. So he got caught a couple of times. And one of the times in Toronto, he went in, robbed a bank, was running out of the bank, literally ran into a woman on the street, knocked her down. So he's helping her up and apologizing, like, are you okay in all of this? Meanwhile, he's running because he just robbed a bank. So while he's helping this lady up and apologizing to her,
wow,
the police show up and one of the customers run out of the bank and go, he's the guy that robbed us. So he got arrested right there in front of the bank because he was helping the lady up. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, only Canadians would be polite enough to,
like his morals are askew, but only a little bit. He's still a gentleman, people.
He's still a gentleman. Wow. So he always got released on technicalities and got out early whenever he was arrested. So for the major bank heist, he was supposed to stay in there for 14 years. He got sentenced to 14 years in jail, but he got out after 5 on a technicality.
Oh, wow.
And they knew he robbed. They knew that it was him. So I'm not quite sure what technicality it was.
Well, I'm just thinking in Canada, if you murder someone, it's like 7-8 years. So like a bank heist, that's like 7 or 8 days. That's nothing.
Exactly. A couple of months. You're good. You're good. You're out. So he was doing some time at Stony Mountain Penitentiary in Manitoba. And I don't know what it was for. They didn't say if it was for this heist or something else, but he and some other escaped convicts, he flew them to Gary, Indiana. They escaped out of Stony Mountain. He flew them to Gary, Indiana. And they were going to hide out there, but they got caught. So
oh, my word.
He was internationally known for flying these guys out to the States to try and escape. So
this guy, he's not a good criminal.
Just funny. Not very smart. Not very smart. Let's say that. So eventually he retires and he moves to Ontario because why wouldn't he? That was his favorite place to rob banks. So, Ontario seems.
Yeah. I mean, most population, most money, likely. I guess that makes sense.
So he went to a town of Red Lake. It's a northern community, very remote. And he became a local celebrity. He ran a tour shop. He was the president of the Chamber of Commerce for a while. And on the side, he flew medevac flights from Red Lake to Winnipeg.
Oh, wow.
Taking people who were seriously ill and in need of medical attention.
Oh, he's a hero.
Yeah, yeah, like he's a super nice guy, just wanted to
Just
quit
needed
robbing
some
banks.
money is all.
So in 1979, his plane crashed on one of these trips,
Oh
and it
no.
took them a year to find the wreckage, a year.
Wow.
So everybody else on the plane perished, but they didn't find Kenny. They found,
Whoa.
yes, they found scraps of his clothes, but no body.
This is
So
very like DB
isn't it,
Cooper.
isn't it
Like just
crazy?
disappeared. Does he have the money? I don't know. Maybe he's probably in Indiana again, or maybe on the island,
Exactly.
BC.
They should have checked
Wow,
Indiana first. Isn't that crazy? So
that is
lots
a
of people for
crazy story.
years would say to his son, "Oh, your dad isn't dead.
Oh,
He's just hiding out. He's going to do one more big heist. You know, he's got one more heist left because he was a celebrity. Like people loved him because he was
yeah.
so nice, and they didn't care that he was robbing banks,
Well,
like
especially
only
for
in Canada.
Winnipeg, right? Not like what goes down in Winnipeg, really. To have
Well,
this bank heist superhero villain, whatever he is, gentleman
exactly.
bandit, like in the 60s,
Yeah.
70s, that would have been big news.
So it was big news, but international big news. Like it was
That's
all over the
cool.
place. So he wasn't just a thief. Old Kenny was a vibe. Can you imagine back in the day if there had
Totally.
been social media,
Oh,
there would have
yeah.
been fake photo bombs of Kenny walking through family pics and all the hashtags like free the flannel felon, free the flannel felon, felon. Snitches get frostbite. I don't know. Kenny for prime minister. I don't know. There would
Right.
just be a whole bunch of them.
Wow. So now I wonder though, the people were telling his son he's still alive. Like, as his son, I mean, there's probably some sort of sense of abandonment there because he's like, really? He just like left me here to just go live
Yeah.
his beautiful life somewhere? Like,
Well,
I
his
don't
son
know.
thought that he legitimately died. His son was like, no, no, no. He
And
legitimately passed
I
away. He's not
hope
coming
like
back.
like this is morbid, but like I hope he did for his
Yes.
family's sake. Like to just up and leave your family for money. Like that's pretty twisted. At least bring them with
Yes.
you.
Exactly. Exactly. At least let them know where you are and they can come visit or
Send
something.
send for them. Send somebody to go pick them up and let them know.
Hiding out at the North Pole. That's perfect. You never know.
No, he was going to the island to be
Mhm.
warm. He wasn't going up cold. We have enough cold. Winnipeg has enough snow. He doesn't need to go to the North.
Absolutely. Trust me, he's getting far away from cold as he possibly can.
Totally. So while you were chatting, I looked up what $400,000 from
Oh,
1966
okay.
is in today's money.
Yeah.
3.968 million. So that's a
Oh,
huge increase.
yeah, you
That's
could
big.
retire.
That's big. Yeah,
Mhm.
100% you could.
Yeah.
Back then you 100% could have retired on $400,000 just like today if you're smart with your money and you don't buy property in BC or Ontario, you can retire on $4 million.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a cool story.
Exactly.
I've never heard this
Yeah.
before, being a
I hadn't heard it
Canadian.
until yesterday. So I
Very
thought, and
cool.
my brother's name is Ken, and he's the one who teases me all the time, and so I thought it was a fitting
Oh,
a
I love
fitting
it.
story to tell.
There
Mhm.
was actually a story I did a couple months ago, and it was about a woman well, she was from the States, and she had murdered like 3 husbands. And then she came up to Alberta to some small town just like a couple hours south of me, like Hannah, Alberta, or something like that, where she, again, it wasn't just in hiding,
Married
like
again.
Kenneth, he was like in charge of the chamber. He was like a local celebrity, whatever. Same with this lady. She was in all the committees and everyone knew her and everyone talked about like her pies that she would sell. And like people knew her because she owned a restaurant. But then they found out while she was an old lady that she'd actually murdered some people and she was arrested. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
Hey,
you just never know. It's
like you murder someone, how can you just file that
Yeah, just go make
and
some
then just
pies. It's fine.
yeah,
You're over
let's
it.
go bake some pies and own a restaurant and you know
Exactly.
be the grandma everybody loves.
Exactly. And she was. When people found out, they were like, there's no way. But I don't know. I
Don't
guess
believe it.
everyone's got a dark side, maybe. Maybe. I don't
Yes,
know.
put in the right situation, we all have the dark side, right?
I guess so. I mean,
That's what
if
they
her
say
husbands
anyway.
were like legitimately abusing her, but like 2 or 3 husbands, I mean, it seems
Mm,
Well, she just
And
has a type. I don't know. But her last husband, she was with him for like 35 years or something until he died. So maybe he was good to her, or she had everything she needed, or
she just got tired of him one day and said, okay, nighty
yeah,
night.
exactly. That's crazy. These double lives, these are
Wow.
interesting. Like this guy doesn't even look at his face. He's so unassuming. He's just like everyone's
Well,
dad.
that's why he could walk into a bank and rob it, because he doesn't look like, he looks like an accountant or something that will be
Literally.
depositing the money, not stealing.
Exactly. That's a cool story. I really like that.
Thank you. I liked it too.
That's awesome. Okay, so now let's transition to something like real dark and gloomy. Okay. I was thinking about this last few weeks, the amount of celebrities who have died has been crazy. You know? Oh, you know what? One thing I forgot to do. I always forget to do this. We got to talk social media.
Yes.
We got to talk social media. Okay. We are live on a bunch of different platforms. So as you can see under me, we've got Kick, YouTube, Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting, or Twitch at RI_broadcasting. I like to go on Twitch to watch live. Because I can because on my phone, I can do other stuff at the same time. I need like a lot of stimulation. So like I want to play a game while also listening. I want to do some research. So like when Kenny says, hey, Becky, look this up. I need to have my phone without having to leave the show. So I like to be on Twitch. You can also listen to us after the fact. I mean, of course, you can listen to those places after the fact as well, but you can listen to us and not see us at Red Circle, Spotify, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. Of course, we are on all of the social medias where you can find links to our show. Like ones you've never even heard of. Yeah, everyone's heard of TikTok. Everyone's heard of LinkedIn. But have you heard of U42? Have you heard of Odyssey, Parler, Space Hey, Gab, MeWe? We're on all those.
I hadn't heard of any of these prior to being here.
Totally. Same. And of course, we're on Patreon as well, where you can support our show, get yourself some swag, keep the show in business at RI Broadcasting. And over here under you, we've got Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, at Broadcasting RI. Now, we have a new Facebook page. You can see we haven't talked about Facebook yet on these socials. Facebook hates Ron, and it killed his account. 10,000 followers, just gone. Just gone.
But we love Ron, so
we love Ron. Ron is, and the show, I don't know, for whatever reason, something hacked into RI Broadcasting. It must have done something bad where Facebook is like, you don't get an account anymore. So it's gone. So 10,000 followers gone. That's a big loss for the show.
That's a huge hit.
It's a huge hit. So we're starting over from scratch. So go follow us on our new page, Going On Daily Morning Show, where we post clips and reels and things like that. Eventually, when we have enough followers, we'll be able to go live on there as well.
That's exciting.
Under you, Ron has created a website at RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. You can actually donate right on the show up to $10 million. So if you're just like independently wealthy and you're like, you know what, these guys need $10 million, we'll gladly take it. Gladly.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Ron says we've added so much this week. I don't know, like, is that reels and stuff that we've added so much this week, or is that social medias? Because I don't think we have enough room for all the social medias that we're on.
I don't think we do either.
Oh, music and movies. Yeah. So Rhode Island Broadcasting is very cool. It connects with independent people, people who have hot podcasts, people who are filmmakers. Ron posts them. He airs them. It's very cool. Rhode Island Broadcasting is an awesome place. Check it out at any of these socials to figure out what we are all about.
Choose a social and go on it. We'll be there.
Yes. Yes. And speaking of places that we will be, Holy Shift is your new show that's coming soon. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. Mm-hmm. I love the name. It's Holy Shift.
It's about, life sometimes just kicks you in the head, and you have to have to start a whole new direction. So it's about the shift you feel in life, and it's a funny show. No seriousness, and
love it.
Like clearly, when people go through traumatic events, there's going to be a little bit of seriousness to it, but then we'll see the humor in it and learn the lessons from it, and so we're going to just have people on who are willing to share their stories.
I will gladly come on and share my story.
Would you? Awesome. 100%. I'd really like to talk to you privately about all of this too.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
I've had breast cancer too.
Oh, a survivor and a Canadian. What
Three
a
times.
pair.
Three
Three
times.
times. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, amazing that you're here. I hope I never get to that. But
I hope you don't even.
amazing. Well,
Yeah.
so you're going to want to check out Holy Shift. We will talk about it more
Yes.
as it opens up itself.
Oh, it's actually
here.
Holy Shift Balls. Sorry, Holy Shift
Shift
Balls.
Balls.
B-A-L-L-S. Yes,
Love
Holy
it.
Shift Balls.
Love
Because
it.
Holy Shift was taken. Sorry, Ron. It's Holy Shift Balls.
That's okay. Yeah. So Holy Shift Falls, we will be telling you guys more about it as the time comes. You can see under here, my link has changed now. This is my
new one.
Well, this is my business page. So I do blood analysis for people. Like I'm in the holistic space, but I'm trying to. I do, yeah.
Okay, we need to.
We need to talk. So, there's been a shift as far as like my podcast goes. My co-host has left. It is going to be me solo. So I thought, why not line it up with my business? So my new podcast is called Abounding and Alive. It's going to be the exact same as Two Girls Without Cancer. It's just going to be me. I got a new background. Awesome. I got a new decor. So check me out here, Abounding Health. You'll be able to find everything from there.
Wonderful. Yes. Looking forward to it. I really enjoyed it. I watched a few episodes of Two Girls Without Cancer, and I really
amazing. Thank you. Awesome. So we're going from this high note now down to this dark, morbid celebrity deaths. So like I was saying, like I was saying, like there's been a lot of celebrity deaths lately, and it's been weird. Like Hulk Hogan, Ozzy, Lonnie Anderson the other day. Like these, and to me, it's like, it happens. People die. They just happen to be famous. But the odd time, there's celebrities that kind of like, ooh, they die. And you're like, dang. Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So ones that didn't make my list, but I felt like it was important to talk about. Okay. I'm going to read them out here. Aaliyah was just a young girl in her prime of singing, died in a plane crash the day before 9/11 or a couple days before 9/11. So like it didn't even get really, well, I mean, obviously it got noticed, but it kind of got overshadowed by 9/11.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Oh, well.
I'm not a Kobe fan, honestly. Like to me, it wasn't like a great loss, but for a lot of people, the Kobe one stings.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can't believe that he was overshadowed, actually.
Well, COVID came soon, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Another one is Princess Diana. A lot of people really felt that one in 97 when she died. Prince, I see Ron's got that there. Of course, he's got a picture of Prince there. He loves Prince. Again, to me, it's like, yeah, it's a tough loss, but people go. Chadwick Boseman from Black Panther. A lot of people are really bothered by that one.
Yes.
Brittany Murphy, she was interesting. She was also in the height of her career and just randomly died. She was an actress. She was in things like Just Married, and I think she was also in Girl Interrupted with Angelina Jolie. You would know her to see her. She had big eyes and she kind of had a raspy voice, and she was just funny, just like a cutesy, funny actress. And she died randomly in her house, and then her husband died a few months later randomly in their house. And so there's a lot of speculation around what was going on there. Pneumonia, I think they said, was the cause.
Oh, yes. I know her. Wow.
Yeah. So that was, I think, 2009. So, it's been quite a while. But it's like some of these people could have gone on to do really huge things like Aaliyah, right? Or like Amy Winehouse, for example.
Yes.
A lot of people
Amy
really
Winehouse,
felt that one.
Sure.
Just a very talented girl, but troubled,
Yes. Yeah.
Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds, when they died back to back, mom and daughter duo there, died one day and then the other one died the next day. Like that was bizarre.
And what was going on there? You've got to ask. Like
did one pass and then the other one drank herself to death? I don't know. Die of a broken heart? I don't know. But those, ones like that, they sting. Now, those ones are kind of like, for other people, those are probably, these ones are ones for me that I was like, dang. But I did try to quantify it into the top 5, but I'll give my honorable mentions, as Ron likes to call it. So how about Steve Irwin? Remember? He was what was he, crocodile hunter?
Oh, yes. Okay.
He was like a super kind guy, just loved the animals. He was just doing his show, and a stingray got him in the heart. Like, how wild is that?
And up until that point, they were like, it's safe to swim with stingrays.
Yeah.
They won't, if they sting you, you just,
Pee on it.
And you're good to go. Find a friend and get them to pee on you and you're good to go. And then that's how he dies. It was bizarre. It was really bizarre.
It was bizarre. I mean, the irony is that he was doing something he loved, but like, what a loss. I don't know. That one was hard. Another one that was hard, Phil Hartman, comedian, SNL, and what was he on? News Radio or something like that. Voice on The Simpsons. If you look into that was real tragic. His wife murdered him and then committed suicide. They had small children. Like, that was a tough one because he was a really funny guy. And I think that he would have just continued to go on and be awesome. Same with like Chris Farley and John Candy. Those are tough losses. John Candy, especially, I mean, as Canadians, that was a legend. Yeah,
John Candy was a hard one for sure.
Those were tough.
And he was a gentleman too, John Candy.
Well, of course he was. He was Canadian.
Gentleman John.
He had to be. He had to be. Anne Burrell just recently, celebrity chef.
That was hard for me, and I loved watching her show. I thought she was beautiful and such a wonderful human.
But like funny and kind of a dick sometimes, but like mostly kind. Like Worst Cooks in America. When I went through chemo, I just sat on my couch and I binged like 10 seasons of Worst Cooks in America. And I loved it because I couldn't eat anything because my tongue hurt so bad and I felt gross. And I'm watching these cooks and I'm like, these idiots. Like, how do you not know how to cook macaroni? But like, she was kind to them all.
She was.
In like
and
a supportive way.
Yes, she was very supportive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really liked her.
I
loved her hair, even though it was a little unconventional.
It was a little wild.
I loved it. Mm-hmm.
She was a little wild, yeah. But she was fun. She was like uniquely herself. So that one was tough. That one might even be number 5 for me on my list, just because, not that I'm overly affected by celebrity deaths, but that one was just, I felt a connection with that one.
Me too. Yeah.
So we've got ones on here. I've got a huge list here, honestly. George Michael, that was a weird one in 2016.
Yes.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, fantastic actor. Fantastic actor.
Yes.
Was it an overdose? I think it was an overdose. He could have gone on to do he already did some amazing things. Like, he for sure could have gone on to do way more. Same with Heath Ledger, another huge one. That was
huge.
It was weird. When he died, you're like, there's no way. He's young. He's at the top of his game. Dark Knight hasn't even come out yet.
Exactly.
That was weird.
I'm surprised Dark Knight wasn't a cult movie after that.
Well, I think it might be for some people. I mean, when you just watch his performance in there, and when you hear that he just went full method acting, I mean, yeah, you could see why you would put him in such a dark place. No wonder all these celebrities have to take all kinds of medication. You can't sleep. How do you shut your brain down?
Oh, exactly. And you're nervous, right? Because they're nervous about their upcoming role. They want it to be the best it can be. They say that he locked himself in a hotel room for weeks just to develop the Joker's voice, the laugh, his mannerisms, get the whole character down. He just locked himself in a hotel room, didn't associate with anybody. And like you say, method acting went right.
Listen, I don't know about you, but if I don't talk to somebody for a few hours, I'm going crazy. So I can't even.
I'm pretty good. I can go a day or so, but then once I do see people, it's like,
yeah, fair.
Talk to them for about 24 hours.
Exactly. I just can't imagine locking myself in a room to do that. A couple of other ones here that were tough. Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell.
Chester Bennington?
Frontman for Linkin Park.
Okay.
And then Chris Cornell shortly after. They were good buddies too. Now, if you're down the conspiracy circles, down the rabbit holes, there's a lot of talk that these two were working on some exposure of child trafficking rings in powerful places. Same with Avicii. That was another one. Avicii was a DJ, and it says that all 3 of them were kind of in a child trafficking ring, whistleblowing, sort of help the children thing. And they all just happened to commit suicide very close to one another. So that was a weird one. That's a tough one.
How coincidental.
How coincidental. And Chester Bennington's son actually is very vocal on social media about how he does not think his dad killed himself. So yeah, that one's pretty wild. That one is wild. Another one that kind of stings, and it didn't at the time, but it does now, is Anthony Bourdain.
Yes. I was so sad when he OD'd,
Yeah.
and it was so
I
sad.
wasn't an Anthony Bourdain fan when he died. I didn't know much about him until I saw him on some cooking shows more recently, where I'm like, oh, he's hilarious.
Hmm.
And like he was also kind of a dick, which I love. Like I kind of resonate with people that are like that, but it's like still kind about it. And he was so adventurous, and his show, like Parts Unknown, like it was just such a cool show.
That's
when
where
you
I
go
know
back
him
and
from,
watch it.
Parts Unknown. Yeah.
Yeah, a big loss for the culinary world, and also just for the pop culture world.
Yeah.
I'll try and whip through this here. Kirstie Alley, that one was weird. She died in I can't even remember now. Not too long ago, but she had a very brief stint with cancer. And a lot of these people have died of cancer, and that sucks. That's a hard one to swallow.
It is.
For sure.
It is.
Same with
but I think after 2020 and some things people had to do there, that's increasing the incidence rate of cancer and death.
Right, exactly. Another one is Norm Macdonald, hilarious comedian.
Yes.
So funny.
Yes.
So clever. Yeah, when he passed away, that one sucked. Let me pick just a couple more here. Paul Walker, wrapping his car around a tree from Fast and the Furious.
Walker. Oh,
he's like the main guy from Fast and Furious.
Isn't
right
that
here
crazy?
In the middle, right here.
And that's how he died, was driving a car, wrapped it around a tree.
Again,
so you
irony.
see him in the movies, right? The irony is huge there. Yeah.
This one, I was like, I felt this one. I don't know if it was because he was young and hot, but like I felt this one. Although if you start to look into Paul Walker's life, at the time that he died, he was like 40 something. He was dating a teenager. It was very bizarre.
Ooh.
So like it takes away from a little bit. But anyway, so I did number 5. That was Amberelle. Let's do number 4, Robin Williams. For me, that was a tough one.
Huge. That was a tough
for a lot
one
of
for me.
people.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, right.
That's one of my favorite things. He was such an amazing human. Like, obviously very troubled, but
very troubled. Was going through dementia, Lewy body dementia. I mean, when you know that your craft is about to be taken away, and we talk about this with like Billy Joel, we talked about this with Phil Collins, where like your craft is about to be taken away from you.
And Bruce Willis now too, right?
Yes, exactly. As well as Christina Applegate, like, just people, Selma Blair, people who have like a disease where it's like your livelihood is making music or movies. And now you can see it like being pulled away from you. That is tough.
It is. It's really tough.
Sucks.
So you can kind of understand, but at the same time, you're just so sad for them, their family. Like
For sure.
He must have been really struggling and really suffering. And
although again, conspiracy here. There is a page on Instagram called something Papa something. Let me just go on it while we're chatting here. Something Papa. And this guy looks exactly like Robin Williams. He talks like Robin Williams. People are saying that, he just wanted to get out of the celebrity spotlight.
Oh.
Because I think a lot of celebrities do this. Like, do I think Kobe is actually dead? I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, there's another theory too, though.
Yes. What is it?
That it's really not them, that they have been replaced by.
Yes, I have heard this.
Doppelganger.
Clones, doppelganger, skin suit, whatever.
I
definitely heard all this.
We need to talk off air.
Totally. We got a lot in common.
I think we're similar.
So that was number 4, Robin Williams. I've put Freddie Mercury at number 3. Now, Freddie Mercury is my like top of top for everything. However, I was so little.
Best front man ever.
Like
ever.
Yeah. I was, I must have been 5 or 6 when he died. I had no idea who he was. But now, like when I listen to his music, I go, like, what could you have done into your 50s, 60s, 70s? Like, what could the band have done? It already did so much for music, but like, what else could he have done? So that was a tough one.
What?
What?
Oh, Kirstie Alley. I asked for Freddie Mercury. It gave me Kirstie Alley. Oh, so he died in 1991.
Yeah, November 24th, I think, 1991.
Yeah, so I was 25 at the time. Yeah.
So, I mean, you would have had time to get to know his music, and
Yeah.
that's a big loss. Such a talent.
He's the one person I'm sad I didn't see live.
Totally. Yeah, if I could go back in time. That's right.
Yeah.
Number
Exactly.
2, this one, interesting, but I find it's haunting when I think about it. Matthew Perry, Chandler Bing from Friends.
Yes. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
circumstances behind that are so fuzzy and hazy, and you always kind of heard, oh, he's got a drug problem or an alcohol problem. But he just was like, again, like Robin Williams, like he was a funny guy. He was always making people laugh, but you could tell he was like haunted a little bit too. And
It was very haunted. Yes.
so that one is just, ugh. And another Canadian,
Yeah.
Matthew Perry.
Makes it
That's
sad.
a tough one. And my number 1 celebrity death that stings of all time, Tom Petty. Not over it.
Really?
Yeah, not over it. I love Tom
Okay.
Petty. I was able to see him a few years before he died. I remember when I heard it, I was at work and I was like, pardon? And I had to like go to my office. Like I'm a huge Tom Petty fan. When I hear his music, even to this day, it's been, I think, 8 years. I go, I can't, but I love it. It's just so good to me. Another like huge frontman, in my opinion. So that's another one that stings for me. And I just realized I forgot John Lennon. Like that's a massive one.
Oh, wow. Yeah. John Lennon. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's a bigger one than John Lennon, except for like
Probably
to
not.
me, Robin Williams might be my number 1. Actually, for me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just to know like what he went through and then to do it himself, like that's impactful. But again, with John Lennon, to be murdered, like someone who was so loving or like trying to make a change and was murdered, like that one hurts.
Peaceful.
At least with like Tom Petty, Freddie Mercury, that was illness. That's sort of inevitable.
Freddie, though, was hard too. Those would be my 1 and 2. Actually, would be Robin Williams and Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I think Freddie would be my number 1 because it was a gut punch.
Yeah,
it's really
100%
sad
it was. Totally. All right. Well, sorry to bring everyone down this beautiful sunny morning. But
it's not sunny.
Oh, it's not? Okay, it's really sunny.
Actually, it is now. It is, but there's so many forest fires. We haven't seen the sun in a long time.
Yes, I get that. Welcome to Canada in the summertime. Okay, so speaking of Canada or US? You've got a little thing here for us today.
There's pros and cons to each country, right? So, in Canada, we have universal health care. You break a leg, it's covered. Just don't expect to get your cast on fast. Like you're going to be waiting a while.
Yeah. If you have a baby, it doesn't cost you $25,000.
Exactly. Actually, yeah, it does. It's
or more.
Like 50 now. Yeah. It's
That's
crazy.
Disgusting.
It's really expensive. And the USA, well, it's going to cost you. If you break your leg, it's going to cost you. You got to bring your wallet, bring your cousin's wallet, possibly a second mortgage.
But you're in and out.
Yeah. But you're in and out. You're just a lot lighter in the wallet for sure.
Uh-huh.
So, there's something to be said for universal health care.
I think that Canada needs to have a dual system where the people who can afford it can go do private because, and I have this talk with my parents. They're like, well, why? Oh yeah. Okay. I think we do for a little bit, but not extreme.
Like a little bit, some scans, MRIs,
right.
CTs.
Exactly.
Not surgery yet.
Ron says we spend hours in emergency. You probably don't have a great healthcare plan.
And it's not even free. At least ours is free.
Right. To spend hours in the hospital. Right. I think if you do have a private system as well, like that dual system, it does take the pressure off of the public system because those people who can afford it do it. Do they deserve medical care before you? No. It just is what it is. It then, lessens the line for people who can't afford it.
So by doing that, it actually speeds up your process so that you get treated faster. I agree. I think I really like the 2-tiered healthcare system.
For sure.
Yeah. So cost of living in Canada. Groceries are more expensive. We pay higher taxes. The homes are pricier in the larger cities like Vancouver, Toronto, places like that. But on the flip side, nobody goes broke or bankrupt over an ambulance ride.
That's fair. I think it's about $350, $400 where I am.
Yeah.
And if you have insurance, like benefits, they cover it.
Exactly. Yeah. So in the States, they have cheaper houses in many places and they pay lower taxes. Their but there in Canada, our wages, like our minimum wage, is higher than the US.
Oh, really?
So,
But it's
yeah.
not even high. Like in Alberta, it's $15. Like you can't live off $15 an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's
When I
what
was
it is.
working, I was making like $30 an hour. I could barely afford to live. Like,
Exactly.
it's wild.
Exactly. I was living on my own and supporting my grandson, and I worked 3 jobs. Like, mind you, I was doing accounting and things, so I did it from home.
But still,
But still, I was doing it for, like, I had
stupid.
a company that I was running on for somebody else, and so I was running this company and doing all their books, and then I also did books on the side for 2 other businesses. So
Wow. Yeah, you do what you have to get by.
Exactly. Yeah, minimum wage is $15.80 in Manitoba, and it will increase to $16 on October 1st.
Okay, well that's good. But again, what are you doing on $16 an hour? Can't pay the rent.
No, you can't.
That's wild. Yeah, the cost of living here right now is outrageous. Like I'm finding, Alberta is one of the better places as far as like affordability, and yet it's getting out of control as well. Like it shouldn't cost us for what?
Go ahead. Shouldn't cost you what? Sorry.
Well, I don't know. Like it shouldn't cost $1.50 a liter to go fill up your tank when I have 50 liters in my car. $75 to fill up a small car. Like that's wild.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it was. There's a Domo gas station by where I used to live, and every Thursday they would have 5 cents off a liter, but some Thursdays they'll have 8 cents off a liter. So it was last Thursday. It was $1.19 with 8 cents off, so I paid $1.11, and that's like a sale now. It's like
Totally.
It's $1.11. That's so cheap.
During COVID, when it dropped down to like 50 cents, 60 cents, that was wild.
Yes, it was. But that just shows you how there's so much tax built into our gas. Like
well, carbon tax, obviously. We're fighting climate change through nothing, through getting our politicians richer. Oh yeah, don't even get me started. Look,
that makes me want to turn the air blue. I want to curse and swear and turn the air blue because that really bothers me.
Because you can't even, you don't even have a say. And they're like, oh, we gave you a carbon tax rebate. Oh, cool. That makes it affordable to eat vegetables. Can't do that. Too expensive. It's easier to eat out than it is or cheaper to eat out than it is to go get yourself some nice groceries.
Absolutely. It's cheaper to eat unhealthy than healthy. Totally. And speaking of not having a say, the WHO, did you know what they just passed last Saturday?
Oh gosh, I can only imagine.
And the US is not a part of it. They backed out, so it might be time for us to pack our bags because the countries that are part of the WHO, they just voted that now they have the autonomy to lock us down at any time, force us to mandate vaccines, the whole line. Yeah. So Canada is not the land of the free anymore.
Well, it wasn't, don't I know it through COVID. I got fired from my job for not taking it. I was so stressed out. I got cancer within a year after that whole ordeal because I think the stress was so great in my body that I just held on to. Like it was horrible. People were horrible to me as an anti-COVID vaxxer. Like it was wild how mean people were. People I worked with, friends, like it was insane.
Family. Yep.
Family.
Crazy people, because I held off for as long as I could, and I wasn't going to get the vaccine. And I had family say, we will never speak to you. We will not be around you. And I was like, hey, you do you. You want to get the vaccine? You go ahead. It's my body, my choice. And I had friends do the same thing.
Luckily, all my close circle was all the same as me, very like-minded. So that only a few of our husbands had to do it. Mine didn't, but a few of our husbands did have to, out of necessity, to keep working.
That's what I had to do. So I finally had to.
I refused. I was I can't do it, and I didn't.
Yeah. But I went and got the AstraZeneca because it's the old-timey vaccine.
Right.
So I had to travel an hour to another place to go get it because they didn't offer it in my city.
Right.
And then after I had my second one, they pulled it all together and wouldn't allow people to have it anymore.
Oh, Lord.
Because they wanted everybody on the other two, the Pfizer.
Moderna and Pfizer, yes. Ugh, I don't even want to think about this time. It brings me back to this place where I'm just oh my God, my heart, And so, like, if the World Health Organization is saying that, hey, the people who are part of our group or the members, the countries, we can do this at any time. I don't ever want to live like that again. It was horrible.
And
No.
they can mandate us to. It's now they can. It can be law that we have to be vaccinated.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not.
So I'm actually looking into.
So we're moving to the States, obviously. Ron, we need you to sponsor us. Politics are out of hand.
To stay, Ron.
Listen, I don't think America has its poop in a group here. I think whatever's happening right now is a little weird.
Yes.
However, I also think that when your country's main goal is to keep things in the country, keep people working, have the economy run smoothly, that's a lot more important than helping everyone's feelings feel good.
Absolutely.
To me, in my opinion. So I have no problem coming to the States. I have no problem with private healthcare. If it means like I just get to be an independent again, like I get a free speech and I get to do, just live my life without the fear of the government taking everything I have.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yes. They're figuring out a way to tax us on the equity in our homes now.
Of course they are.
In Canada. Yeah.
Of course they are.
Crazy. Okay. So work-life balance. They say in Canada, we have more holidays, longer vacations.
Oh yeah.
And, the national pastime is don't email anybody back after 4:30 because we're home now. We're with our families.
That's right.
Alone. So
Ron always calls me out because he'll try to schedule me on a Monday. And I'm like, oh, sorry, it's a long weekend. I'm going out of town. And he's like, another one? Yeah, at least like pretty much every month.
We get almost one a month. Yep.
Except for January.
No, January 1st we get, right?
Oh, I guess, yeah. You have New Year's Day.
And then we get February. March, I don't think we have.
Do you have Family Day in Manitoba?
Yep. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so
April,
we have
right?
Family Day. March often, I guess if Easter falls in March.
Yeah. So it's either March or April is Easter. So one of those two we get a holiday and the other one we don't. Yeah. But then we have May long, July long, August long, September long. And then we have Thanksgiving in October. And what do we have in November?
Remembrance Day.
Oh, right.
And then Christmas. Yeah. So we've got at least a long weekend every month.
Yeah.
Which is
nice. It's March and April. There's really only 1 month we don't have a holiday.
Yeah.
And depending on where Easter falls, it's either March or April.
Yeah. Or June. I think June doesn't.
June we don't either.
Yeah.
One of the nicest months of the year. We got to get on that. We have to.
I know. And then we also have in September as well, the Truth and Reconciliation Day, which people can take as a civic holiday as well. So really, we've got a lot of free time in Canada. Yeah, exactly. You're right. I think that's great.
I like it because it gives us a lot to look forward to. Totally. Now in Europe, they have a lot more. They're encouraged to take a week a month in some places in Europe. Like a week a month, take it, go on a vacation and just, I met some people from Germany when I was in Cuba, and that's what they said. They take a week off where they work. Everyone has to take a week off a month, and they're paid well. Wow. They still get paid while they're on holidays, but they feel it's really good for their
mental health
and emotional well-being. Exactly.
Totally.
Yeah. So
love that.
Europe really is the place to be.
Oh,
that's what I'm understanding.
But not all of Europe, because there's a lot of Europe, which I don't love what's happening right now. But I think just like obscure Europe, like Latvia, that's where I think where we need to be. Lithuania.
And it's easy for Canadians to get a passport in Latvia. You can get a visitor's visa. It's really easy. I was just looking at that this morning, actually.
Oh, wow. Into Latvia. Perfect. I'm down. Listen, if it's warm. Yeah, this is Latvia Broadcasting, going on daily live from Latvia.
Going on daily live from Latvia. So we'll be really glitchy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Internet isn't probably great there.
Exactly.
Oh, what else do we have? Education. Canada actually has world-class public schools.
I'm shocked by this.
Me too. But when I meet people from other countries, I'll say, what brought you to Canada? And they'll say, we wanted our children to get a good education.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
not to bash my American friends here, but I do find that you don't learn nearly the same sort of things about outside of America. Like you learn a lot about American history, which is great. There's a lot to learn. You don't know anything about Canada. Whereas
Not
in Canada,
anything about
you
world history.
absolutely learn about the States.
Yes. Like we learn more about world history and world
True.
events. And
Well,
we're,
there's not
like
a
you
lot
say,
to
Canada's
Canadian history.
What's that?
There's not a lot to Canadian history. They like to hide the genocide parts.
Yes. Well, we learn fake. Well, we learn fake
Well,
Canadian
that's
history
fair.
too.
That's fair.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, so they have their Ivy League schools, like which are really great,
Right.
but it costs university is a lot more affordable in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. is a lot more expensive.
That's true.
And yeah, so I think Canada is a better place to be educated and that's just based on people I've talked to that have moved here from other countries.
Fair.
Like in Winnipeg,
Yep.
probably the same as in Alberta. You have people from all over the world. Columbus was never in the USA. How does he get credit for it? Well, depends on your perspective. What timeline were you on, Ron?
A lot of history has been fabricated and or exaggerated to suit their needs because who's going to vet it? It's not like the internet existed. Camera phones didn't exist.
Was there a Christopher Columbus? How do we even know he existed? I mean,
Exactly.
Seriously, we don't know. They say that Canada is safer than the US.
I could see that.
And actually, in one article I read, they actually said that in the school system, Canada has better school system with less school shootings.
Yeah, I don't remember ever having an active shooter drill. Neither has like my kids. So,
and mine never did either. My grandkids haven't. There's not ever been anything to do with shooters.
Yeah, exactly.
Lockdowns or anything in the schools here.
It's not to say it doesn't happen, but it's not nearly the same.
No, but I was surprised that a legitimate article, I think it's from USA Today or something, said, a lot less school shootings in Canada. And I thought, wow, that's quite the statement to make that, schools
No, I
are
wonder
safer.
though, if we have 10% of the population that America does, I mean, like per capita, I guess that we do have less school shootings and violence and things like that. But I mean, when you have 10 times the population, that's 10 times less space. That's 10 times less resources. I mean, you have a huge poverty line in the States where like Canada's very middle class. There's a lot of middle class here where there's like a huge population that's like rich and huge population that's very poor in the States. So I think when you have a division of power like that and a division of finances and things like that, you are going to see an increase in violence. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Just since the advent of the internet and cell phones and all the social media platforms, there has been a huge increase in emotional breakdowns, psychological problems, and an increase in violent crime. Because people are stressed out. They're trying to live this model of life that no one can aspire to.
And people are a heck of a lot braver on the internet. So they think that it applies to real life as well.
Yes. So they'll sit in their basement and, call people down and say rude, mean, ignorant things. Meanwhile, they're causing psychological damage to the person on the other end and they don't care.
Exactly.
Whereas in person, they would never.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like you said, they're a lot braver.
Very much so.
And they say, Canada's a lot more polite. And whereas
ish,
USA is bold and loud and ish. I know, exactly.
Americans are a little bold, maybe.
Yeah,
the line is blurring, and I had a nanny from France when my kids were younger, and she was like, everyone's told that Canadians are kinder. She's like, I don't think you're kinder. I think you guys just talk bad behind people's backs. You're not brave enough to say it to their face. And I'm like,
we're just cowards.
That is fair.
We're cowards. Yeah, exactly.
We're just not bold. We're not kind, but we're just not bold. We don't need to make someone feel bad for doing their job, but we'll talk crap about them after.
Yeah, exactly. We're just mean. We're mean. We're mean people.
Yeah, we're kind of mean.
We're quiet about it.
We're respectful mean.
respectful mean, yes. The other thing is we are a lot more multicultural. We're a lot
Very,
more
yeah.
culturally diverse. And
Yes, very much
like
so.
one example of that is Winnipeg has Folklorama.
Mm.
So you get to travel the world without a passport for 2 weeks in
wow.
in August every year.
That's cool.
You get world-class entertainment, food specific. So if you're in the Italian pavilion, there'll be an Italian cultural play going on or show. It can be like anything. And they have their authentic cuisine. They have
Wow.
beverages from their country, whether it be, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, whatever they serve in Italy, like those beverages. And lots their cultural hospitality. Right. It's really, really good. And so, for example, in week 1, our pavilions, we have Africa, Argentina, Brazil, the British Isles, Caribbean, Celtic, Chile, China, Egypt, Ethiopia,
wow.
Hungary, Italy, Korea, Philippines, Spain, Portugal, Punjab, Slovenia, Ukraine, and Tamil.
wow.
That's just week 1.
Wow.
It's week 1 pavilions.
That sounds awesome. We have something similar, but it's only over a weekend. It's not 2 weeks long. It was just this past weekend from the 2nd to the 4th. It's called Heritage Days. Same difference, just like much smaller scale, but they have like 100 and some booths. Like, let me just look to see if this website says how many. I mean, there's a map and it's like, it's massive, absolutely massive. And there's tons and tons of people there, but it's cool because you get to try food you've never tried before. I always try to find the weirder stuff, like kangaroo or like, I don't even remember the other stuff I've tried there, but yeah, I'm getting hungry too, Ron. That sounds delicious. I wish I could have gone. I forgot about it. Went camping. Totally forgot about it.
Well, Folklorama, though, you're in a theater or a gymnasium, or like you're going to a specific location, and it's a 2-hour show. It's a 2-hour show. And so you get the whole cultural experience.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is the longest running multicultural festival in the world.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, maybe next year I'm coming to Winnipeg.
Come to Winnipeg. Come visit.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
We have to wrap up the show. Unfortunately, I have a hard stop today at 9. We're a little bit after, so I'm going to stop you there. We will talk about this hammerhead bat another day. That's okay. On Thursday, I am back with JJ and possibly a new host named Luana. No, it's all good. It is all good. I like hearing about this, the Canadian-American dynamic here. I think it's cool to talk about. Remember to check us out on all of our socials. I'm not going through them again. There's way too many, but if you type in Rhode Island Broadcasting, you'll probably find it on one of the sites. Exactly. Be here tomorrow when we have Kyle on the show. I don't know who's with Kyle. Are you with Kyle tomorrow?
I'll do Kyle. I'll be with.
Or is it Ron? I don't know. I'll do Kyle. I'm not sure who's on with Kyle, but someone's doing Kyle tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. I'll volunteer for that.
So be back for that 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you guys for being here. We love you. We love the support, and we can't wait to be back.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.